The rain hammered against the warehouse windows as Colonel Martinez adjusted her tactical visor, watching her team position themselves around the building's perimeter. 12 of the Federation's finest soldiers, equipped with military-grade exoskeletons and plasma weaponry, surrounded a single human target who had somehow managed to evade capture for 3 months. "Target confirmed inside, sir," whispered Sergeant Chen through the comm system. "Heat signature shows one individual, stationary in the center of the main floor." Martinez frowned. 3 months of pursuit, 17 destroyed patrol units, and countless resources expended, all for one person. The official reports labeled him as Subject 47, a former Federation scientist who had stolen classified research and gone rogue. But the unofficial whispers among the ranks painted a different picture. They spoke of impossible feats, of technology that defied understanding, and of soldiers who returned from encounters speaking of visions they couldn't explain. "Remember, containment is priority," Martinez commanded. "Command wants him alive for questioning." The squad moved with practiced precision, breaching the warehouse from 4 entry points simultaneously. Their enhanced vision cut through the darkness like daylight, revealing the cavernous space filled with abandoned machinery and shipping containers. At the center, exactly where the thermal scan had indicated, stood a figure in a simple gray jumpsuit. He was younger than Martinez had expected, perhaps 30 years old, with unremarkable features and calm eyes that seemed to hold depths she couldn't fathom. His hands hung loosely at his sides, and he showed no sign of the advanced weaponry that had devastated their previous units. "Subject 47, Martinez called out, her voice amplified through her helmet speakers. "You're surrounded. Surrender peacefully and you won't be harmed." The man tilted his head slightly, as if considering her words. When he spoke, his voice carried clearly across the space despite its quiet tone. "You don't understand what you're doing here." "We understand perfectly," Martinez replied, signaling her team to tighten their formation. "You're a fugitive who stole classified materials. You're coming with us." A smile played at the corners of the man's mouth. "You think I stole something. But what if I told you that what you call classified research was actually about you? About all of you?" Martinez felt a chill despite her suit's climate control. "Enough games. Surrender now." The man closed his eyes and took a slow, deep breath. When he opened them again, something had changed. The air itself seemed to thicken, and the warehouse's ambient sounds faded to an unnatural silence. "You were all selected," he said, and though he hadn't raised his voice, every word resonated with crystal clarity. "Each of you. Not for your combat skills or your loyalty to the Federation. You were chosen because of what you carry." Corporal Williams, positioned near the east entrance, suddenly dropped his weapon. His hands moved to his helmet, fumbling with the release mechanisms. What is he talking about?" Williams' voice cracked over the comm. "Hold position." Martinez barked, but she could feel something stirring in her own mind, a memory that wasn't quite her own, pressing against her consciousness like a half-remembered dream. "The research I supposedly stole," the man continued, his voice now seeming to come from everywhere at once, "was about genetic markers. Specific sequences that appear in less than 1% of the human population. Sequences that make certain individuals compatible with technology that your Federation has been secretly developing for decades." More soldiers began to waver. Sergeant Chen's exoskeleton powered down without command input. Private Rodriguez fell to her knees, overwhelmed by visions of laboratories and surgical procedures she had never experienced. "You're all part of an experiment," the man said gently. "Enhanced soldiers with embedded technology you don't even know you possess. But the enhancements come with a failsafe, a shutdown command that can only be activated by someone with the right genetic signature." Martinez fought against the growing pressure in her skull, trying to maintain command of her squad. But the words were unlocking something deep within her augmented nervous system, awakening pathways that had been dormant since her military enhancement surgery years ago. "The words you're hearing now," the man continued, "are activating those shutdown protocols. Not to harm you, but to free you from the control systems that have been manipulating your thoughts and actions since your enlistment." One by one, the elite soldiers collapsed as their enhanced systems powered down, not in defeat but in liberation. As Martinez felt her own augmentations deactivating, she realized the terrible truth: they hadn't been sent to capture a fugitive. They had been sent to be deprogrammed by the one person who could set them free. The last thing she heard before her enhanced consciousness faded was the man's voice, filled with compassion. "Welcome back to being human."